Recruiting. You need to prep for this. You can't just walk in at the last minute and think everything is just going to fall in place. You're probably not going to get the best people. You're probably not going to do things in a very good way, and it's probably going to cost you more time and money. So let's look at what you'd prep first. So you'd look at how you advertise. So think about this. Think you're going to need to have some content. So you're going to have to write some stuff that's there. Then think, where are you going to advertise? Then finally, the third one on then is when. So is it going to be in a week's time? Is it going to be 2 weeks' time? Is it evenings? Is it daytime? All of those things will make a difference. But remember, when you're looking at that when, you've got to think what's the next stages and give you the time to put those in place. So the next stage after advertising is selection. And when we're looking at selection, again, we're going to look at a few different things. So first of all, what's the process from application? Do you have a process in place? Have you even thought about a process? Because when you're looking at this, you've got to make sure that you do things with equality all the way through. And if you don't have the right process in place, then how are you going to do that? Another thing that a lot of people look at as well when they're looking at this process is the CVs. They might take the names away, so they might strip names, they might strip gender, they might strip the age, the different things that might actually stop them from selecting in an equal way. So then we look at the interview. So with interview, you're going to be looking at the questions you're going to ask. Have you got those questions already wrote out, ready, scripted? Again, for equality, everybody needs to be asked the same questions. What they say around that is another thing. They might bring up other things, but the questions would need to be the same. And who's going to interview? So is it going to be you? Is it going to be other people who's alongside? Do you want at least another person there as well? So think about that whole interview process. And that's going to bring out nicely how you work out or calculate the things that you need. So you're going to need some resources all the way through each of these points. You think about how you advertise, what's all the resources that's there, the selection, including things like the room to interview people in, a table, chairs, all of those different things are going to be resources needed. Then you're going to look at the time that it takes for this whole process to be put in place, including all the time where you'd be training up that person who would then go, okay, I'm now ready to do the job, but you actually need to calculate costs and time much further than that, because you've got to look at when they actually bring the return on your investment. So then you'd look at the full costs of that. So you'd look at advertise, selection process, and then calculate how much time and money it's going to cost you. And then when you can look at that and you can look at the true cost on this, then you can work out where that money is going to come from. Whether that's profit that's in the business, whether you have to invest money yourself into it, or whether that's some kind of loan. At least you now know because you've prepped for your recruiting.